Tell me exactly what am I supposed to do now that I have allowed you to beat me?
Hey YouTube, this is Blake with Blake's Game Room, and today we're doing a review. Now this isn't going to be your typical review. There will be no gameplay shown because I don't have the means to as of right now for this particular game. But I will be doing a lot of PlayStation and PS2 titles here coming up review-wise. But my PS2 is broken, but I kind of already had these lined up, and these are games that I personally enjoy. And these are also games that have been overlooked, I believe, as great games. So, without further ado, if you want to look up gameplay, there's plenty of gameplay of this game on YouTube. And I'll tell you how to find that at the end of the video. So, here we go. This game right here is it's a boxing game. And I believe it's one of the best boxing games of all time. And here it is. HBO Boxing for the PlayStation 1. Now, what this game does better than any other boxing game I've ever played, and I've played a lot of boxing games, the Fight Night series, I've played almost all of those. I've played Knockout Kings, Ready to Rumble, all those crazy, Face Breaker, all kinds of crazy boxing games, even the boxing games back from, the older consoles, with the 64 and, just the older games, Mike Tyson and all that stuff, Punch Out. But this game here does, I think, everything exceptionally well. So let's first take a look at the packaging. Okay, right up front, big, bold, with their logo, HBO, and it's got some fighters around here. You got Roy Jones Jr., George Foreman, some other guys. Here's the Acclaim Sports. Acclaim was real big back in the day with the 64 and the PS1, Dreamcast, those different consoles of that era. Acclaim was like today's 2K. Alright, so they were the ones competing with EA at the time. And of course you got your PlayStation here. And this is a black label copy. I don't know if they ever came out with the greatest hits for this game or not. Here on the back it shows pictures of the gameplay. As you can see, they're pretty well detailed boxers. And let me read you the back here. Physical ability and mental toughness, decisive moves, and unbending will. What separates champions from contenders? It's HBO, the heart and soul of boxing. HBO is still really big into boxing. If you watch HBO, they have all the pay-per-view events on there and whatnot. Just why this game is revolutionary as well is this is the first game I'm pretty sure, pretty positive, this is the first game to feature female boxing. As here it says, you get over 35 legends and current stars, including the premiere of female knockouts, Mia St. John and Bridget Riley. There's also a lot of other girls in here too besides those two. But I believe this is the first actual real boxing game to include female fighting. It says also it's the only game to have Roy Jones Jr. and George Foreman on one game. And really, it's music from HBO, create your own pay-per-views. I mean, this thing has everything. And I'm going to get into the different modes that it has. It starts out with a quick bout mode, which is just, random boxers automatically squared off into the ring. Then you have your standard exhibition bout, where you choose your fighters. You choose male against male or female against female. You can't do female against male. But, why would you want to do that? That's kind of stupid. But, it also has a create a player mode, or create a boxer. Now, that is a very, very good mode. The way you can, customize their looks, the way they throw a punch, it's just absolutely amazing. I definitely prefer creating a character every time you play, because you can have him go on a career, earn money, go through the pay-per-views, all kinds of cool stuff. Or you can just choose with a regular boxer and go for on your career path that way. It also has a create a pay-per-view fight, so you can make your own pay-per-view bouts and with your own matchups and scorecards and whatnot. The other great thing about this game is its commentary. Now, the commentary people on here are Jim Lampley, Larry Merchant, and Harold Letterman. Harold Letterman, he's the guy that does the scorecards, and he's the one that gives out all the rules and all. And he's just an overall hilarious commentator. And then you have Jim and Larry. They really, how some games today are a little late on how they give the play-by-play. These guys are very, very good. It doesn't get old. It doesn't get boring. They do repeat a lot, but it just doesn't get boring at all. It's not a very dry commentating, and it's very funny. And very politically, I guess, correct, as I guess you would say, because they do tell, what kind of punches are thrown and stuff like that. Now, that gets into the next part of the game. Gameplay. Let me take out the booklet here. Come on. Okay. Let me show you the controls here on the back. This is dual, this is analog compatible. And what we have here is you have your jabs, body punches, hooks, uppercuts, cross, block punches, and all that stuff. I really like it because it's simple. You press a button, you know exactly what punch you're throwing. What really disappointed me about these new Fight Night games and these UFC games is the fact that you spin the stick and it does a move for you. You don't know exactly, what punch you might be throwing if you're not used to the game. If you're new to the game, it's just button mashing. Where on here, you press a button once and you can see, if you press it again, it's the same exact punch. And it's very, very, very fast. It has no slowdown at all. The reaction time from you pressing the button to the punch hitting the other person is very, very fluent. And really, just through the instruction manual, it just tells you pretty much how to do everything. And tells you all about the screen where you have your round number, stamina meter, and all that stuff. Another thing this game does very well is its difficulty. It's not too hard. It's not too easy. You can adjust the difficulty, of course. But, the hard mode's not so hard you can't ever beat it. The easy mode, isn't super easy. And the normal mode is just a very, very good challenge overall. I would give this game, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it an 8.75. Probably a 9. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. The graphics have aged very well with this game. And the characters, are all memorable legends now from back in the late 90s, early 2000s. This game did come out in 2000, so all the characters from it were from, the 90s. It's just an overall great boxer. If you like boxing games, you happen to have a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, I highly, highly recommend getting this game. I know there's some way to get it on your PSP. I was looking through some YouTube videos earlier to make sure there's gameplay for this game, and he was playing it on his PSP. I saw one, so there's many ways to play this game. Since it is a sports game, I'm going to say you can pick this up relatively cheap This is a definite pickup for any boxing fan or anybody that wants to get into the boxing games. Definitely check this game out, and you'll be very, very thrilled with it. So this has been Blake with Blake's Game Room. Peace out, YouTube.